Labour's Culture Secretary Lisa Nandy lost it live on Sky News in an interview that can only be described as a car crash, as she fumed at being interviewed by a man. Trevor Phillips was in the anchor seat and speaking to Nandy via video link about the events of the last week, which has seen Health Secretary Wes Streeting resign and declare his intention to run against Keir Starmer in a leadership contest. Andy Burnham is also attempting to return to Westminster, while familiar faces like Jess Phillips and Alex Davis-Jones handed in their notices last week. Phillips was keen to get Nandy's thoughts on the latest scandal rocking the Commons, asking her, "Do you expect Keir Starmer to have left number 10 Downing Street in time for the summer school holidays?" Nandy said, "No, I don't. I've spoken to the Prime Minister several times over the last week, and he was very clear with the Cabinet on Tuesday that if people want to challenge him, there is a process for doing that. There is a way to trigger a leadership contest to be leader of the Labour Party, and to succeed him as Prime Minister. Nobody has done that yet, despite the absolute feverish speculation every hour on the hour for the last week. I've read that Wes Streeting was about to launch a challenge, that Andy Burnham was about to contest every seat in Greater Manchester including my own, that Angela Rayner was written off, that Angela Rayner was now challenging. And most of it has turned out to be just froth and nonsense." Phillips hit back, "Well, froth and nonsense. The Health Secretary has resigned. Mr. Burnham, essentially, is giving up what was a pretty significant post to run for backbenches, and they're pretty clear. Mr. Streeting said yesterday, 'I am standing.' Mr. Burnham, basically, if you understand English, said pretty much the same thing. So they want a leadership contest." During the interview, Nandy constantly referred to the men of the Labour Party, something Phillips picked up on. He confronted her, "I've noticed, I think 4 times now, in this interview, you have referred to men competing. Are you making a point here?" Nandy replied, "I mean, it's just not lost on me, Trevor, that I'm being interviewed by a man, being asked to give my views on several men in the Labour Party, who I'm clearly not a spokesperson for. I'm sorry if I'm coming across as a bit irritated." Viewers were quick to blast the entitled minister, with one tweeting in response to the segment, "Lisa Nandy on Sky News this morning, literally complaining that she's being interviewed by a man, Trevor Phillips, who dared to ask about men competing for the Labour leadership. What a ridiculous, entitled whinge from one of the worst woke politicians in Labour. Throwing a sulk because the biggest story in politics right now involves male leadership contenders and she has to answer questions about it like every other politician doing the media rounds. Who the F cares what sex the interviewer is or the people running for leader? Grow up, you pathetic clown." Another branded it petty sexism, while a third viewer said, "She was interviewed later by Laura Quainsberg and Camilla Tominey, appalling in all 3 interviews.